Hi guys, thanks for joining us on Facebook. It is Glenn. We're back with another Entrepreneur Bootcamp success story. We're going to be talking with Antoinette Lawson with Women with Voices in just 1 second about her success through the Entrepreneur Bootcamp. First, a few house cleaning items with sun marks and things going on that we'd like to share with you. First is our calendar photo contest. That is, we have a couple of weeks, I think, left until we pick our winners. So if you would like to see your photo in our 2018 calendar photo contest, in our 2018 calendar, you can upload your photo in the link below, or you can simply vote for the winners. All the details are below. Also, we've seen what's been happening down in Houston and the Texas area with Hurricane Harvey. If you would like to help your fellow credit union members, we're offering you the chance to do that. Down below also there is a link to the National Credit Union Foundation and CU Aid. And CU Aid collects money to help the victims of Hurricane Harvey, and the money that we collect goes directly to credit union members in Texas and will help them to rebuild their lives and get things back up and running as soon as possible. So if you would like to donate or learn more, all the information, again, is down in the comments below. So we're going to be talking to Antoinette in just a second, but right now joining me is Harris Oberlander, and he's from Trinity Alliance. And the reason we're going to be talking with Harris first, thank you for joining us on Facebook, is Antoinette and Trinity Alliance have really collaborated with the Entrepreneur Bootcamp and have something really amazing happening here in the community down in Albany. So thanks for joining us. And why don't you tell me, Harris, a little bit about what you do here at the Trinity Alliance?
So Trinity Alliance is a 104-year-old social welfare organization. We're organized into 3 service and program divisions. One is called Alternatives to Incarceration, which speaks for itself. The other is community-based services, where we work with families to stay together who may have had some problem with abuse or neglect or juvenile delinquency. And also with children who are at risk of not starting school on time due to some developmental issues. We do home visiting programs with those families. And then the third division is our center-based services division. We have 2 food pantries, after-school programs, the Capital South Campus Center, where we perform adult education in this division. And so what we're trying to do is create a whole continuum of services so that people have solutions in one agency for all their family needs.
It sounds like you're pretty busy.
Yes, very much.
Now tell me about just a few of your challenges that you're facing right now here at the Alliance.
Our challenges are growth and managing growth. There are lots of business opportunities. We've positioned ourselves well in the healthcare field to be an ally to the hospitals and medical programs to reach patients who might otherwise suffer in silence because they're not able or don't know where to or how to access services. And so we're trying to get closer to home preventative care through outreach and patient activation methods. So that's one area of growth, and the other is in the provision of adult services to individuals living with a medical condition and other mental health issue, to help them live with their situations in a way that's productive, that they can go to school, get training, go to work, and so on and so forth. So these are 2 growth opportunities for us right now.
If somebody wanted to learn more about the Alliance, how would they find out?
So it's TrinityAllianceAlbany.org.
Okay. Now, if you can, we're going to go talk to Antoinette here in just a second. Can you share with me just how she got involved with the organization?
So we, as I mentioned, have the Alternative to Incarceration Division, and the director of that program introduced me to Antoinette 12 years ago. Antoinette was starting Women with Voices, which is a woman-owned, minority-owned business. And, you know, this is right in our wheelhouse. And she was starting Women with Voices as a theater company designed to address the people that we are addressing, the population that we serve, with relevant issues of the day that would help create a community conversation with one another. And she happened to need rehearsal space. And so this very office, my office, became the, I think, Wednesday night weekly rehearsal space for many years until they were able to branch out into some other space that we have. And we've watched her grow, and she has addressed many of the issues. She'll be talking about that.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time
Yes.
and for sharing your story.
Okay.
And let's go over here. We're going to talk to Antoinette. And one thing that just caught me, kind of off guard is you started strong because you just took over the CEO's place, man. You just came in and just took over his office and started doing rehearsals. Thanks so much for seeing us on Facebook and joining us. We appreciate it, Antoinette.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. But, it's just a testament because a lot of times we say community service, and I believe that Trinity Alliance is a testament to everything that they say. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more, if you can, about your business, Women with Voices, kind of why you started it and why you thought it was something important to do.
I think I started it because, being as a woman and being in a community where I see a need for change and seeing that there really wasn't a place to address those things, and a community where it's isolated, because a lot of times when we talk about community service, it sounds good on paper, but we don't actually do the things we say. So just being a part of Trinity Alliance and having the idea of what I wanted to do, graduating from the boot camp, it was just the idea at first. I want to start my business. I have my LLC. Well, I started with my DBA back in the day. And now what do you do with that? And a lot of times we don't have the proper people in place to direct us to go further. And what I really love about the relationship with Trinity and the relationship that I have with Harris is that he always pushes me to go further. And I'm a person where I can take constructive criticism, but sometimes I'm like, argh! But he's always telling me, no, do better.
But it sounds, this is, I think, truly unique because you had this great idea, and right off the bat, you found an organization that could benefit from what you had to offer. And it sounds like both Trinity Alliance and Women with Voices have come together to do some outstanding things. Tell me a few of the services that you do with Women with Voices for those who might not be familiar with you.
It's a theater production, but it goes well beyond a theater production because it's a need for change. And what does that look like if we need to come wherever you are to address any issues that you may have, and we'll do that. If that looks like a seminar, if that looks like a 30-minute skit or act put together, what your needs are is our needs. And within a community, those things run vast. And when we started with Women with Voices, we started specifically with just dealing with issues that only was geared towards women, but we have two parts here. You have women that live in a society, you have men that live in a society, you have kids that live in a society. So you address the issue individually, and then you come together and address it collectively as a whole. And that's where we paired up when we talk about cure violence and addressing the issue and the need to cure the violence. And what better way to do it than to come together collectively? A lot of times we're in a community and we're all doing the same thing, but we all don't band together to do it together.
Yeah, we were talking just off camera about one of the topics that you're focusing on right now is gun violence.
Yes.
So you'll take the topic of gun violence, you'll create a script, you'll build something that's can talk about the topic but in an entertaining fashion. Mm-hmm. And then the folks from Trinity Alliance are actually your actors and actresses, and you come together and you put a piece together that can entertain.
Right.
Yeah. So tell me your experience with the Entrepreneur Bootcamp and Janet Tangway, and how that helped you get your business off the ground.
It helped me get my business off the ground because before all I had was a title and an LLC, Women with Voices. What does that mean? And, going there, it was growth, and you have these different individuals and y'all all trying to be more and to give something back, whether it's through the community or through your individual services. And Janet is very great with assisting you along, and she's another one that would just push you to be great. And I graduated in 2006, and we're in 2017. So to have that ongoing relationship, it says a testament to about what the boot camp stands for. And you'll see my logo. I got that from a classmate of mine. I asked her, is there anything that I can give you? She said, yes, just succeed. So I thought that was amazing, especially when we're in a world where it's, if I give you something, what's in it for me?
Yeah, we were just actually talking with one of the other success stories, and that was the topic where not only did you get through the boot camp and you left with some skills and some knowledge that you might not have had when it comes to owning and having your own business, but it was also that collaboration with working with other folks that were going through the boot camp with you and making those connections, and everybody started kind of helping each other out in different aspects, like you were mentioning with your logo.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if somebody wanted to learn more about Women with Voices, more about you, how can they find you?
You can go to www.womenwithvoicesllc.com. There's a host of different things we do, and all I encourage you is just stop by, see what we do, because they always say power is in number, and we can only grow together.
All right. Thank you so much, Antoinette, for joining us on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for watching another Entrepreneur Bootcamp success story right here with Trinity Alliance. Thanks to Harris for inviting us into the CEO's office to do this interview. That's pretty slick. I like that. Well, the next one will have to be in a CEO's office somewhere. Maybe Frank DeGrasse. He's our CEO. But anyway, thanks for joining us on Facebook. Don't forget, if you'd like to donate to the victims of Hurricane Harvey, you can do that in the comments, photo contest comments below as well. And we will see you next time right here on Facebook. Thanks for watching.